So, he came back. I came back. We'll be back. After that was a terrible end. Hey everybody out there, Chiefs Kingdom YouTube. It is your boy Big Chief Sean, man. It's been a couple of days since I dropped my last video. I've been going through personal family issues, so thank you for your patience and waiting on your video. But there's so much to talk about, man. It's day 7 of training camp, and there's a lot to talk about. But before we get started, if you like this video, why don't you give it a like and subscribe. We're on that road to 1,000, and we are getting close. The day goes by. Remember, once we get to 750 subscribers, a random subscriber will get himself a jersey, and once we get to 1,000, one random subscriber will get a playoff ticket to a home Chiefs game, man. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. It is now, as of officially right now, day 7 of training camp, and there's a lot been going on since I've been gone. I mean, Juju's catching passes, Sky catching passes, I'm catching passes, everybody's catching passes. You know, you get some, you get some. Man, it seems like the offense is running smooth. But I never allow training camp to thwart me or, you know, distract me, or what's the word I'm looking for? Adverse my expectations. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that I'm not a hopeful. It's just the fact that training camp doesn't really reveal anything. Preseason does. That's when it's bigger than scrimmages, bigger than, you know, just having the pads on or running some drills. Because, you know, there you'll get yourself some engagement, but you won't get anybody trying to intentionally hurt anyone. And is that what you want? That's what you want. But I'm just saying, I'm not being a cynic. I love training camp too. You know what I mean? I love it just as much as you. Love it so much, I'm going to be down there pretty soon. Hope y'all ready for that. But getting back to the whole point and basis of what we got to, man. It's just cool to see that Patrick Mahomes has his crew all together. He's got them all believing. Because if anybody knows anything about football, the main thing you know, nothing works regardless of how great your talent is, no matter how much the potential works, no matter how great of coaches you have, no matter how great of a facility you have. None of that matters unless everybody's buying in together. It just doesn't work, period. And you know this. This is why when you see this at camp, it really feels good to not only offensively, but defensively, mind you. They're all looking okay. And I'm happy with the results so far. But remember, this is only day 7. Everybody's still getting a little warm. You know, no, you're not going to see any shining stars until at least the first week of preseason. And then we can carry on about it. I'm not saying that nobody's going to be potentially good, but as a Chiefs fan for over 30 years, you know, you don't really jump into bandwagons until you can see what kind of somebody's made of. I mean, hell, at the point we got so many running backs. Ronald Jones already been paid. And, you know, there's a lot of potential out there. So I don't want to throw my hat at anybody except for Carvalho's. From all the reports from what it's saying about him, it sounds like he's going to be really dope, man. And I'm all in for it. I mean, that's how we run things around here. So, and it's pretty cool, you know. That humbles a lot of players, you know. That you'd be surprised how many players who retired the Chiefs love this place and always love this place, you know what I mean? We're a humble type, so, you know, goes without saying. From the production and what I'm seeing in training camp, I am happy. I'm not going to lie. Am I impressed? Not too much so. I mean, what are you going to do? There's only so much you can do at training camp that will or will not be implemented in the actual game. So when you see something, you know, you're happy to see it because it's, you know, it's working. You know, when you hear things like, you know, Travis Kelce wants to retire a Chief and Juju is working harder than he's ever had before. You know, when you're hearing these kind of comments, it just shows you what kind of fan base and players that we have for this team that are buying in. And like I said earlier, nothing matters of all the strength, speed, stamina, endurance, whatever you call it, whatever you want to name it in your little personal world. None of that matters unless nobody's buying in. Unless everybody's buying in together, it means nothing. And from what it seems right now, everybody's buying in. The enemy's buying in even, you know, everybody's just ready to go. And talking about everybody buying in, seems like a certain player done came back, I won't say on hands and knees. I'm not going to be that kind of dude. I'm not going to lie and say that that's how it worked. But y'all got to admit, it's kind of funny that he just comes in out of nowhere after that contract fiasco and walks right in with a smile on his face, which he should. To see him really know and invest and really put himself into this team really shows the merit of what he's trying to get, or he's trying to get paid. Whichever he wants to do, I'm fine with at this point, as long as he's playing hard, you know what I mean? This is why I went back earlier in my earlier video about him saying that he wants to get paid now. He hasn't earned it. Now here you go, brother. You get that 100 million, that 80 million deal next year. Look, I'll be the first one to go out of my way and say you earned it. But you gotta play like you earned it, champ. And I hope you coming back, I can mean that word, champ. I can mean that phrase for you. Because somebody like you who's young and strong and has a strong will, kid, you gotta put it all in there. You gotta put yourself in there. And I'm happy to see that he came back, not with an attitude, not with this self-entitlement bull, not with this, oh, I'm better than anybody else, and I used to play for Lamar Jackson. Like, we all know that doesn't matter. No, I'm not saying it doesn't matter because of that. I'm saying playing for Lamar Jackson at this point kind of really doesn't matter. It's just good to see the kid come back. It's good to see that he's ready to play and put everything down. He's ready to play. He's ready to protect. He's ready to perform. He's ready to be professional. I'm happy for all of it. I'm in for all of it. This is a great feeling right now to see, like I said earlier, that everybody's invested, especially the ones who didn't get the outcomes of what they were going for. And instead of being selfish, you manned up and just took your responsibility and took your job more seriously. Because that's what you want to do as an athlete. The last thing you want to do is not take your job seriously. Because once you lack, it shows. You know, it's not like being an accountant. If you don't crunch the right number and, you know, make a clinical error, that something can be fixed. Once you slack, that slack won't come back unless you want it. And it seems like he's all in and invested. So I say, hey, Orlando Brown, young brother, please play your heart out this season, man. You could get a Super Bowl ring out of this. All the rookies on defense and all the rookies on offense, you know, the offseason acquirements and all this kind of stuff, you can't say yourself as a fan, you don't feel it. Like, I don't like to I don't like to count their eggs before they hatch kind of a guy. You know what I mean? That's just me. I like to analyze things and see things before I start making statements. And that's why I made I analyzed that you didn't hit the like and subscribe button. You ain't even done it yet. Like, really? You watching this video, you enjoying my silly ass content, you should hit the like and sub button. I appreciate it if you did. But for real though, I'm just happy to see Orlando back, and he has the humbling heart to just walk in and say, hey man, my bad, I'm young, I messed up, I'm trying to make some money, I want to make the money here. That just makes me all the happier to see that maybe not all kids these days have that ambition for just money now, but then again, we never know. We might pay him and it just all changes. But for right now, he's got to play for what he wants. And when you have a player like that on your team hungry for not only money, but a ring, that is a powerful thing, man. Just like Patrick Mahomes, you know what I mean? He's going for that, trying to go for number 2. Because nobody wants to be a winner and doneer. And if you like this video, why don't you give it a like and subscribe. Remember, we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I am almost there, y'all. Help your boy Big Chief Sean out and make it to his goal before the end of the season. That's 1,000 subs for the end of the season. But if you like this video, why don't you give it a like and sub anyway, you know, regardless of what we're trying to do. It's your boy Big Chief Sean saying I love all of you guys. You guys are awesome. I cannot wait to see you out there in training camp. And as always, I say, always let the arrowhead lead you in the right direction. Straightforward. Peace.